And on top of that, I'm going to put a plug in. Listeners, come to Music City, work clubs, breakthrough, and eggs. Stop what you're doing. Sign up for the next one. It's dope because there's lots of people in the community that come here. They are top-notch people. This last Friday, I went to your breakthrough and eggs and connected with fire everywhere. Everybody's doing, and everybody has their own flavor of what they're doing. But you even said in the talk, how does it feel when your philosophies line up? And I would say probably 80 to 90% of the time, at some point, everybody in that room, our philosophies lined up.
Phil Stone.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the Music City Work Club podcast.
I love it.
Just starting these podcasts has been fun, just getting to know members. And I wanted to start off by telling you the first time I met you.
Yes. Was it the other location?
Yeah, it was at Edge Hill.
Fantastic.
And there's an energy that you carry around with you that is inviting. And I feel people's energy. And I was like, I like that guy. And I don't know why, but it's for me to discover.
You had a quote that day that I loved. You said, you and me, we're going to be friends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, these are my people. This is my guy.
Yeah. I just know it's one of the things that I feel like I have gotten really good at is knowing who is the right fit and who's not the right fit. And I can pretty much catch it pretty quickly.
Read people well.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And we bonded over sober.
Yeah.
Sober is dope.
Sober is dope.
Sober is sexy.
Tell me the Phil story. Where does that come in?
Where does sober come in?
Yeah.
So, okay. You're going to throw me a curveball. Sober came in right after my divorce. And it was right. I like to tell people COVID 2020 was a great year to be sober, but not a great year to get sober. I got sober in 2019. And so that whole next year was more contemplative than anything else.
So you're being alone.
Well, it was more like the struggles of cravings were gone and the thoughts. And actually, I identify as a problem drinker. So I'm a therapist and we diagnose differently now with addiction. We go low, moderate, severe. And technically speaking, I would have landed in moderate.
Yeah.
Because I was drinking a couple of drinks every night. I like to call it Nashville sober is a 6-pack a night. Do you like that? That's Nashville sober. So to me, I wasn't slamming drinks every night. I wasn't waking up naked in a drunk tank, but I was drinking a couple of drinks every night. And someone said, when was the last time you didn't have a drink? And I went, was it after no, it wasn't after my birthday. Thanksgiving? No. And I couldn't remember the last time I had not drank. Woke up hungover New Year's Day and said, that's it. And I went for 30 days and I thought, okay. And at 30 days, I auditioned for a TEDx talk. So we're jumping right in here. I'm a coach.
Wow.
I'm a therapist. I'm a speaker. And once I landed that TEDx talk audition, and it was last minute, it was like, oh, I think I should apply. Oh, it's tomorrow morning. And I put it together and did it the next day. And then I got it. And I'm like, okay, I need to make it 90 days.
So you created these little milestones.
Exactly.
That you in your mind where you kind of like giving yourself, was it an award, future reward? Were you saying I'm going to drink later?
No,
okay.
It was the opposite. I want to be clear. I want to be on top of my game. I want to bring the fire, and I can't do that if I'm drinking.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a thank you, universe, for this gift. I don't want to squander it. It was more of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's great.
Yeah. But we bonded over sober. And
yeah.
It's interesting because now for me, it's lifestyle. And I'm thankful the bars here in Nashville are offering alcohol alternatives, NA drinks, mocktails, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. And have you written a book? I wrote a book. It's called Reinventing Me. I need to get you a copy, by the way.
You need to, let's talk about the book. Tell me about the book. What was the inspiration to start?
The inspiration was, again, 2020, going through lots of changes, and we were all shut down. We were all isolated. And on the heels of that, if I had the tools of AI back in 2020, that book would have taken me 90 days instead of 4 years. But it's called Reinventing Me, and each chapter is a different area of your life. Chapter 1 is Who Am I Now? And it's got some testing you can take. And then what is your vision for your life? Then it's managing your mental health, managing relationships. So each chapter, my publisher said, man, you put it all on the table. It's like 350 pages. It should have been 200, but I put it all on the table. But it was a good first run at a book.
Yeah.
Available on Amazon.
Was that process helpful to do the reinvention piece?
I think that's an ongoing. And yes, if you look at celebrities like John Travolta, he was Welcome Back, Kotter. Sorry, I just dated myself with that reference. And then he was Grease, Saturday Night Fever. And then a big gap happens and he comes back, Pulp Fiction. And it's a weird reference, but Hollywood has that down. You have to reinvent yourself every 5 years or so, or even every year, every couple of years. Speaking of couples don't do this well. So I also work with couples. They get in their rut, in their routine, and they get stuck and they get stagnant. Well, by the way, did I tell you I have ADHD? So I'll take you all over the place. You got to reel me in here, brother.
This is great. Because really at the end of the day, when I think about what we are doing here at the Music City Work Club, the kind of wellness for visionaries and creators that I am hoping to bring to light is to really embody this idea of being your true self and giving a space where we have modalities and features of the club that will help someone with ADHD.
Absolutely.
Because when you are like this, we get distracted from our own vision. We lose the path, and we get caught up in the sauce of it. I think that's, for me, that's what I'm struggling with, navigating that a lot.
It's the shiny stuff.
Yeah.
The fun stuff is distracting, but the work stuff is rough.
When did you know you had a knack for helping people in a therapy setting?
So this dates back to being a kid. I had a pretty dysfunctional family, although it was also a wonderful family. Both of my parents were pharmacists. We had a great childhood. I was never wanting for anything. Had a car, had a guitar. By the way, I'm also a composer and musician, songwriter, and I'm writing a musical. We'll talk about that in a sec. But I think, unfortunately, both of my parents would pull me into the family therapist role at a very young age. Mom would vent, dad would vent. And my first job out of college was audio video production. So I was the sound guy with the microphone in the shot. How do you know when you have a good sound man? Huh? That's how you know you have a good sound man. They're dialed into the sound. They're really focused. After that, though, I felt it was nice being in a little studio, composing, recording, but I wanted to make an impact. And I went through my own personal therapy. I think every good therapist needs to do their own therapy. But I volunteered at a treatment center for abused kids and found my calling there and got my master's in social work. And so it felt like a calling. It felt like a vision. And I also did this really cool book. Back in the day, we had these paper things called books where you actually sit down and read. It was called What Color is Your Parachute?
I've heard of that book. Yeah.
That's now available online. It's eparachute.com, but it helps you walk through. Do you want to work with machines? Do you want to work with people? Do you want to be in an office? Do you want to work remotely?
How does that feel with you when you are helping someone go deep? What does it feel for you when you're helping someone navigate some of these fears that we all have?
It is a variety. I would say it's all the emotions. I was given a talk. I'm also a public speaker. I was speaking back in Denver, and I had a dear friend who's also a public speaker introduce me. And she said a phrase that stuck with me. You can tell Phil loves what he does. And so I almost have to contain the enthusiasm. I get so excited, especially if I have a whole family, because my heart goes to the troubled teenager, the problem kid, the depressed kid, the cutter kid. And so when the family comes in, I kind of dial into where the kids are at. But when I'm with a client, I get so excited.
Yeah.
It's almost annoying, really. I'm passion, I'm fire, I am playful sense of humor, but I'm also a safe haven. So when people need to go deep, let's drop in, open up, sit with them in it, sit in it with them.
And so who is your ideal client that you have most excitement about helping?
This is a tricky one because usually who calls is the mom. And the mom has a teenager that's acting out or is depressed or anxious. And so the teenager shows up on my couch, and I love teenagers. I joke that I don't have an inner child. I have an inner teenager that I roll with. And it's kind of funny. I'm getting older and my hair's getting gray, but I will even speak the language. What's up, dope? Chill. What's up? And they look at me like, this guy. I don't do the Gen Z language, though. That's off limits. The Riz and the skibbity toilet, all that stuff is off limits. They will eye roll and cringe if you go there.
Yeah.
But the mom is like, what do I do with my child? I need help. So in a way, the mom and the dad are targets. They are.
But they're also, you're kind of coaching them along the way.
100%. And this is usually what happens. The kid comes in. If I'm lucky, I can get mom and dad in and work with them and the child, the adolescent.
It's a team.
It's a team.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's with my therapy. I also like doing couples work, and I'm finding couples all over the gamut, starting out or been married 30 years. Top 5 things they fight about: communication. You don't listen to me. Second is intimacy, not just sexual intimacy, but emotional. You don't validate me. We're not close. You're not vulnerable. The third is money and finances. I had a client, a couple in, and they were doing almost spreadsheets. And I'm like, I feel like a financial planner, but it's such a hard subject. The next one is what I call home organization and chores. You would be surprised how many people, I will divorce you if you don't clean that kitchen. I'm like, really?
Wow.
And then parenting. Those are the top 5.
Yeah.
When I see couples.
Yeah.
But also I work as a coach, and this is slightly different. I like to say 0 is dead. 10 is, who is one of your favorite authors?
Robert Greene.
Robert Greene. So 10 is Robert Greene. You and me sitting here. Well, the thing I've learned about you, Bobby, you are not a 5 guy. 5 is where we make it to work. We pay our bills. We feed our children. We feed ourselves, change the oil. That's a 5. You are in that 7, 8, 9 vibe. You are grooving. You are thinking of the next thing.
Yeah.
Life coaching gets you from 5 to 6 or 7, 8, 9. And when it's really rocking, it'll take you to 10.
Yeah.
Therapy takes you from like 3. Maybe you were in the hospital. Maybe you're going through a detox. Maybe you're looking at divorce. Up to 4, up to 5. So when I life coach, I'm looking more for young entrepreneurs to work with.
Yeah.
Teaching young professionals to lead with vision and passion.
Wow. Yeah. What is it like to have someone that you're navigating their vision, getting them activated?
I'm learning the wisdom. A lot of my colleagues, by the way, one of my colleagues, Jeff Sikarsky, who is actually my life coach, comes here. And it was the best to walk in and see him sitting at one of these tables here. I'm like, these are my people. This is my place. It's so cool. Yeah. Some people are low motivation, and they, I think, are harder to work with. they're at that 2 or 3. I don't really know what I want to do. Maybe I'll start a business. I don't know. How do I start? I have no idea. The people that are like, I'm starting a business, I want to take it higher, they're a little easier to work with because they already got the fire. I've learned that I'm pretty good with breakdown. And I hope you can remember this. If you have a fellow business entrepreneur or client for therapy, when the car breaks down on the side of the road, the smoke's pouring out, the engine's locked up, clunk. I actually do really well with that too, helping people get out of the breakdown so they can get back on the road again.
Is it looking at what broke it down, or this,
It's all of it.
Yeah.
It's healing. Sometimes we trigger deep trauma when we're in breakdown. But you're an entrepreneur. I think there's a funky curve in the entrepreneur, and they do dipsy doodles on the way down before you go up, and then you go down, and then you soar. That curve is not comfortable, and a lot of anxiety is triggered. So people give up 90 days in, 120 days in, 1 year in, they give up.
Yeah, it is a cycle. My wife has watched it, because essentially I've said this over and over, and that is, I feel like life is a bit like a video game.
I like it.
And at the end of that video game, at the end of the level was a scary monster, and you'd have to fight. And
you defeat the boss.
Defeat the boss, beat it. And eventually you kill it. And what they don't tell you about it is that is just symbolic to killing that version of you that's going to allow you to go to the next level. And, every time you get to the end of the level, like, it is a bear. Like you don't
feel exhausted.
Yeah. You feel exhausted. And, really what I have tried to do as we are building out this club is find really great people to win in the space. And how has the space helped you in doing your work, or what does it look like for you?
So as a therapist, I've had offices and buildings. You walk down the hall, you go into your office, you close the door. If you're an individual like me, a solopreneur, you don't see anybody all day long except your clients. And that can be actually a little bit dangerous, because if you're my client and we're working on your depression or anxiety or issues, I might go, hey, Bobby, how was your weekend? Did you see the Broncos game? Yeah. And now I'm overly social with my clients. So this place helps deal with isolation. I've heard you even talking about this, Bobby. Bringing hope, bringing connection, because we are all isolated, the disease of isolation. So that's number one. I get here, I may know people, I may not, but I'm the guy who'll come up and like, hey man, what you doing? I try not to be too annoying, but I'm the icebreaker guy.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm going to put a plug in. Listeners, come to Music City, work clubs, breakthrough, and eggs. Stop what you're doing, sign up for the next one. It's dope, because there's lots of people in the community that come here. They are top-notch people. This last Friday, I went to your Breakthrough and Eggs and connected with fire everywhere. Everybody's doing, and everybody has their own flavor of what they're doing. But you even said in the talk, how does it feel when your philosophies line up? And I would say probably 80 to 90% of the time, at some point, everybody in that room, our philosophies lined up. But when I got a power table, when all three of us are on the same page.
Yeah, I remember you're sitting at a table with other authors, which was magically, divinely set up, and some really powerful people at your table doing cool ass shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Alicia is already an amazing public speaker. I'm like, you need to get on a stage like right away. Clarity by fire. I'm like, people need to hear that. Why aren't you on a stage right? Yeah. And I actually met her for coffee the next day. See, this is what happens.
Yeah, this is great.
And
this is great.
She's going to be a dynamic, wonderful, she's a relationship coach. So now I got a relationship coach, and I got a fellow author. And I shook hands with somebody that's opening a virtual assistant company. I need a virtual assistant. So It's all magical.
It's Aaron.
Aaron, yes.
Yeah. And part of my desire for the Breakthrough in Eggs is to bring other who's that know how.
Love that.
And when you think about your practice and what you're bringing in, first off, I think I'd love the audience to know where you're headed. What is your vision?
I've got 3 juicy targets. Number 1 is to build a business here in Nashville. So I relocated from Denver. I've been trying to get out here for the past 2 to 3 years. I got my kids through high school. They are now in college and doing well. So I was able to make it here. So number 1 is build a business, therapy, and coaching. Number 2 is public speaking. I'm speaking in Austin, Texas, Supercharged Live. And my topic is creating a vision for 2026. I already feel behind because it's going to be March 1st. We were supposed to speak the weekend of that big ice storm that came through and just demolished everybody. Austin got it as well.
Yeah.
Not as bad as Nashville. So we rescheduled. So the fire's back on March 1st. Business, speaking, but the big juicy goal is I'm writing a musical. And it's all the work I've done with my clients who are 12 to 18, plus other stories I'm reading out in the community. Stories about it's everything they deal with. The phone, becoming addicted to your phone, pressure to look good on these e-girls that are on the phone, and family dynamics, family violence, family communication, and healthy families. What else is going to be in there? Drugs.
What's the story arc?
As I write, I'm trying to be very discerning. It takes 8 kids, puts them together in middle school. So I'm designing it to be middle school, and everybody's going to have to bear with me because I'll probably be using 20-year-olds dressed down to look like they're in middle school. I'll hire middle schoolers to perform if they are up for it. And so one kid is the soccer player that's doing really well. Another kid is goth and the dark black and cuts. Another kid is struggling with, am I straight? Am I gay? Am I bi? Another kid is like the bad boy, getting in trouble, runs away. Another kid is autistic. Another kid has extreme anxiety. And all 8 or 9 of them tell their stories. They share certain themes. Do you know much about Broadway musicals? The second song, usually, not always, is the I Want song. So if you go back and check out musicals across history, song number 2 is usually the main character is saying, here's what I want, everybody. And what I'm working with is I want to be seen. I want to be heard. I want to be understood. I want to feel like I fit in. I want to feel like I matter. But for now, I'm invisible or I'm insignificant. Something that's kind of the vibe I'm working with. Is
that a story of you?
No, it's a story of my clients.
Oh, story of your clients.
Yes. And well, let me back up.
Because that story sounds a lot like members in the club.
100%. Yes.
Sure. I think we've
all been there.
I think we are there. I don't think Ben. I think because I feel like I've solved so many things, and then life is like, but wait. There's more.
Act now, and you can have more trauma. You can have more danger.
Yeah, and can we do it in a place of just loving that experience that we're all navigating? And it was really the inspiration of the club, because I am done working by myself.
Amen to that.
And I believe we're all helping the greater consciousness. I think we're all wanting to go looking around and going, what do we want in a work life?
Right.
And my desire is to do the work I love with those that I love, so that I can live in heaven on earth. And to me, that is bringing people together that are being open with their challenges. And what I love the idea of a musical is like you're able to hear the inner dialogue through songs that people have in their heads that they can't have out loud. there's something about the musical does go deeper with voice and song and getting the emotions out that a lot of people are not willing to talk about out loud.
And as I read news, as I watch media, I'm going to have to cut out. Do I deal with school shootings? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yeah.
You tapped something for me. You're bringing people together. I'm bringing hope to a hopeless world. And my big juicy goal is to lead the world in a song of hope.
Right.
That's the one I keep close to the heart because it sounds a little cheesy, but I'm a little cheesy. But that's what I'm about all day long.
I think I love the fact that you're okay being cheesy.
100%. Anybody that knows me knows that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wanted to tap something else. So the inspiration from the musical, or for the musical, I should say, when I was 14, my best friend hung himself at my house. And so that planted a seed. I think that planted a seed to be a therapist later. But that was a long time ago. What was even harder, I think, I have a daughter and my friend's daughter, they were in Girl Scouts together. They went to the Butterfly Pavilion back in Denver. My friend's daughter, we don't know what was going on. She took her own life. And that was 2017. That was when the musical was born in my mind. And this kid, beautiful, great grades, good at soccer, like the A-lister. She was a 789. She was a 789 girl. And my friend actually has written a book about traumatic brain injury. She played soccer and she had a lot of head injuries. And she even moved legislation in Colorado where if a kid on a soccer team gets hit in the head with a ball, they have to log it. So now they're at least logging all these injuries. That's her passion. It makes perfect sense. But the common denominator there is that's grief and loss. And how do we prevent suicide amongst teens, junior high?
How did you navigate that with your daughter, with your experience? Because you have a shared experience.
Yeah, it was a real, I know this sounds kind of weird. It was a gift to be able to take my daughter to the funeral. I was with her. And at the time, her mom and I were divorced. We are still divorced, but even with all those dynamics, I was able to take her and be there for her. And it's funny, my kids use this phrase, "You're not my therapist, Dad. Quit therapizing me." I wasn't doing that. I was just with her. I was providing support. And all of the kids that the kids grew up with were there. If you want to know what sad is, go to a teenage girl on a soccer club's funeral and see the community. It was deep. It was heavy, but it was wonderful to be able to be there with my daughter.
So what are you most excited about in your life right now?
I'm most excited about the creative community here. My roommate is a songwriter and he's outlaw country, but I love it. And I'll pop out. I have written a pop song and we'll share. That energy is buzzing in Nashville, whether you're creating a business, if you're doing art, if you're a musician, if you're a dancer, whatever it is. That's one that was reason number 3 why I came here, was that creative community. And I'm a creative, I'm a creator. It's a delicate balance because I will get pulled in 100 different directions. My job is mastering focus, staying focused, right? But it's exciting. I went to a show last night, 4 different bands, 4 different singers. It was their showcases, basically. They were all amazing. The bands were amazing. The singers were amazing.
We're in an incredible city for this.
That's what I'm saying. And me and my friend Mike is a drummer that moved here and has been drumming here for I want to say 4 or 5 years, maybe more. It was his birthday last week and we went to the Local. Have you been to the Local? It's a great spot. And these guys were amazing. And he turned to me and said, "You could not do this on a Monday night in any other city, but you can here."
Yeah. That's
all
amazing.
Year long.
So Phil, who would you like in your world? Who's a who that you need? What kind of person do you need to help you go all the way? Like with any project that you're working on, how can the club better serve you to help make introductions or help you along your path?
As I mentioned earlier, I really am serious. I think since I'm more creative right brain, I could use a virtual assistant. That's one who I need. But the other who is, well, my life coach, Jeff, is helping with this, but enrolling referrals, if anybody knows anyone that could benefit. I'm starting a men's power group.
That's great.
I need referrals for that group. I've got a handful of men that I am enrolling, and it's a life coaching group, which is different than therapy. It meets twice a month, 75 to 90 minutes every other week. And then you get paired up with a power buddy and you work with that power buddy.
This is great.
To create a vision. And this could be any kind of vision. It could be creating a business. It could be, I want to communicate with my wife better. It could be, I need to lose 20 pounds. It could be, I need to do better with my money. Whatever the goal is, we all work together, supporting each other. Men's Mastermind Power Group.
Men's Mastermind Power Group.
All
right, we're going to put this out there.
Fantastic.
This recording is going to go to all of our members. It's an opportunity for you to bring out your magic. My invitation to you as well is this is your club. And I'm going to make this a reoccurring statement on the podcast is this is your club. Take ownership and activate this club for you. And for the people that you can help and you can support. We are building a deeper level of connection than I think any other club is. I want the soul of the club to come alive through music, dance, movement, just fellowship, and just the conversations about where we are going.
And I feel that. I think that magic is happening. You said that to me when I first met you. You were something along the lines of, office space, shared workspace, whatever. I'm building a community. You said that to me. I'm like, okay, This guy got fire. He know what he wants. And you're doing it, Bobby. It's great. This community's coming together. And I want to hit you do ecstatic dance on Sundays. And I want to talk to you about doing some sort of like Monday morning meditation where I come and lead.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Right, Phil, thank you so much.
Thank you, Bobby.
Now, if you are in Nashville, Tennessee, and you're looking for a community to belong to, you're an entrepreneur, you're a creator, and you want to go all the way, like you're chasing a vision and you don't want to do it alone, you have a place here at the Music City Work Club. You can visit musiccityworkclub.com and find out more about how we help driven entrepreneurs and people with ADHD thrive and live a different way to work at the Music City Work Club. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your week.